It's 1998, and I'm going into the 4th grade. I've just moved with my family from the capital of Mississippi, Jackson, to the very small town of 15,000 people called Yazoo City. I don't realize it yet, but I'm going to enjoy the 3 years that I spend in this place, despite how small it is. I make friends and settle in pretty quickly. I have a lot of great experiences during this time period. I play and enjoy Little League with my new friends. I realize that basketball is actually my favorite sport. I sign up to be a child extra in the film Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, which was filmed partially in Yazoo City. And though I don't get called in, I do end up watching some of the filming, and I get George Clooney's autograph. However, one of the best things about this tiny town, for a boy at least, are all the creeks and wooded areas to explore. There's a creek behind my house that is led down to by a dirt slope. It's filled with hills and trees, though the creek itself is mostly mud. Because of this, it ends up growing boring rather fast. However, not long after, one of my friends and I discover a new creek in our neighborhood, where we end up spending a great deal of time. It is behind a spot where a home burned down a year or two before I moved here. There are some thorns and twisted trees directly behind the spot where the house once was. The first time we go there, we wonder if it's a bad idea, given the fate of the house. But once we make it through the thorny wall, we discover a wonderful place. The stream here is not muddy like the one behind my house. It's clear and consistent, running over a clay bottom and around clay humps. I never knew there was clay just lying around Mississippi. The large clay humps make for excellent sitting places as the water runs all around. On the other side of the creek, there is a wall covered in quicksand-like mud. We regrettably get stuck in this at one point, sinking deep enough into it for the mud to run over the tops of our rubber boots. Of course, this was bound to happen. There is a vine that hangs from a large tree overhead, which we swing from out over the mud. It's quite exciting, especially since we're certain that it's going to snap at some point, sending whichever one of us is unlucky enough to be swinging from it into the mud pit below. Despite being in my 20s, I often miss places such as this from my childhood. Even though I haven't explored them in a decade, I do occasionally think about how much fun it was and how nice it would be to be a kid again without any responsibility. The tiny town of Yazoo City will always hold a special place in my heart.